Hey, I would like to talk to you today about something that really I struggle with a lot. Seeing it just in the world, dealing with it personally, of course, seeing students do this, seeing people in the masterminds and groups that we're in do this. It's really hard to watch. It's really hard to see. It's also easy to fall into. And that is this whole concept of the comparison game, number one. Number two, of basically BSing yourself and others and others. And what I mean by that is I feel like so many times we get into these mastermind groups, we get into these business groups, and especially in real estate for whatever reason, in investing, but we get into these groups or we get on social media and we see only the good side, only the best, only the wins. We also like to compare ourselves to everyone else out there that's doing this stuff, right? Who are also probably only talking about the very best days and the wins and all the success. And it's just really, really hard to watch. And I had someone at the last event that we did actually tell me, he said, you know what? I used to go online and post only the best stuff. I used to post all this like baller looking stuff, like my life was amazing and I'm winning and everything. And he said, I shut that camera off. My life sucked. I was broke. He said, I was struggling. I had nobody to help me. I didn't know what I was going to do. And he's admittingly saying like everything on Facebook looked amazing. And there were other people looking to that and emulating that and desiring that. And it's like, we have to stop. We have to stop that disconnect. We have to learn that we are not going to grow. We are not going to get better unless we're honest, especially with yourself. I mean, I hate everything about like the fakeness that there can be on social media, that there can be in these rooms of people doing great things, but it has to start with you. And I only share this because I completely get it. It's so easy to fall into. I have to constantly stop myself and ask, okay, why am I doing this thing? Is it for significance? Is it to feel like I'm doing better than someone else? Is it to make myself feel like I'm validated because of this? Or do I really want to do it? Is it actually a good thing? I get kind of fired up about this because I understand the struggle and I also see it in mass. I think just being in this business of number one, real estate, entrepreneurship, but then also coaching, speaking, being part of these groups. And I would implore you to evaluate what you're doing. Is this creeping in? It probably is. I mean, it does at some point for all of us. I'm the first to admit that can sneak in, that can kind of start taking over parts of your decision making, taking over things that you're presenting, whether online or in real life. And I would just tell you that the greatest gift you can give yourself is to be truthful. That's it. The example of the gentleman I was telling you about, he said once he finally got real and he came to his coaching and mastermind group, he came into that and laid it all out there, poured his soul out, finally opened up with the honest truth. Holy cow, was he able to make a change? Able to take back some control of his life, find some joy, find some ways out of the things that he had gotten himself into, and had people who actually understood what was going on so they could help. So I guess I don't mean to preach on this. I think it's just, I see it personally. I see it in others. And I think that it can be the number one thing that wrecks us, right? Like God put you here to be you. He gave you a path that is yours. And if we keep trying to be somebody else we think is better, or take a path that seems better than the one that we probably know we should be on, it's just going to end badly every dang time. So I think the number one thing I take away from that is just to consistently be asking myself, am I being truthful? To myself and then to others, to my coaches that help me through this, to the groups I'm a part of for this purpose, to church and other groups we're a part of, all of it. Am I being honest? Am I being open? Am I being real? Because without that, there is no growth. There is no healing until we get to the root of what's going on. Okay. And I'm the first to admit we have had so many mistakes in our business. That's kind of one of the biggest reasons I chose to do coaching, is we've been through some crap and we've been able to overcome. And we know that there's never an arrival out of that. It's just an awareness and an ability to pick stuff out quicker and make a change It's the ability to admit hard things, to ask hard questions, all of it. So if you don't have a group like that around you, find one. If you're not being honest with yourself, dig a little deeper, journal about it, write it down, whatever it is, get it out so that you can get it fixed.